With the known coming threat of the Edoram's apostle, Suho has decided to make his forces as big as possible by any means necessary, which includes turning monsters, hunters, villains, whoever into his shadow soldiers. And he wastes no time recruiting after he took out those escaped prisoners. It cuts over to Baek Yoon-hoo and his daughter, who just teamed up to take out more of the escaped prisoners. She sees on her phone that about 500 of them escaped. The association is sending 3 S-rank hunters to provide support, and they'll be there in about 10 minutes. There's also a chance that Sung Soo-ho, who's currently wanted for the crime of distributing Stardust, is here. He's like, wait a minute, I know I've heard that name before. Either way, they just get into rescuing people because the escaped prisoners are wreaking havoc everywhere. She's reminded of when her dad was a firefighter. Then he notices out the corner of his eye that there's 3 shadowy figures on the rooftops. So he's like, hold up, was there a dungeon break in the city? And she's like, nope. And what the fuck is that? Apparently the 3 prisoners they just took out, Suho already turned into his shadow soldiers, somehow, from wherever he is. Then it cuts over to this hunter who's shaking in her boots as her squad mate is trying to tell her to run away as they're getting walked down by more of the prisoners. But yeah, they got him out of there quickly and clown him for doing so much just to protect a girl. Are you guys dating? You sure have a good life, huh? You're even dating within your party. Now she's like mourning over him, but they say stop crying. You'll be seeing each other again soon anyway, as Yo goes to slash her head. But there's the magic word, arise. And this shadow raises up from her boyfriend's body to protect her, and stopping the sword just before it reached her. She's calling his name like, is that you? And of course, they don't know what the hell's going on. This dead guy just stood back up. Suho starts talking to him like, yo, the way you responded to the summoning, I know you must have wanted to protect this woman too. So I'll grant you power. Use it to protect what's precious to you until the very end. Again, this is really some God type shit. He's going around handing out power, boosting his strength and speed and defense and everything. And then Buddy wastes no time just getting right on their ass. And yeah, all of them get off-screened like that. But like I said, Suho is recruiting everybody and resurrects them immediately. He orders them all to go hunt down the other escaped prisoners. Abiru says your soldiers are steadily increasing according to your plan, and yet at this rate we can wipe out the villains soon. So he starts glazing like, look, behold the greatness of the young monarch's shadow authority. He says, yeah, I thought it was useless, but it's actually incredible. And Biru's just happy that he's coming into his own as he mogs in the sunlight real quick, you know, gotta pose for the biddies. Now the girl is like clinging on to the shadow soldier of her boyfriend. Biru asks if he's gonna leave it behind, which he does because after a day, it's gonna disappear anyway. So he's just letting her have this time to say farewell to her man. So Biru's like, damn, you seem like an entirely different person compared to when you fight the villains. But as they're talking, Suho senses something, that a large number of his soldiers just got taken down. So they get ready to go check it out. We see the person who's dicing them up. That's that assassin Kang right back in action. He's protecting Hwang Dong-soo's brother from them. Now they're just trying to figure out what the hell they are. He's just ordering him around like, hey, clean this shit up already. Take care of him. He reminds him that if we'd left sooner, none of this would have happened. Now don't make a fuss. After eating the Stardust, I'm above an A rank now. So there's no way I'm losing to these monsters. But then he's caught off guard and all of them just start bowing in sync. Like, what the hell are they doing? But young monarch, it seems we've hit the jackpot as Suho pulls up on them. So this must be the leader of the escaped prisoners, Hwang Dong-seok. Now he's full of himself like, how dare you address me so casually? Suho's just ignoring him like, I got a question for you. Do you also know about the Edoram's apostle like Lee Min-sung did? He's like, hold up, and telling Suho to keep his distance as he signals to the other hunter to take Suho out. He's saying, yeah, I know about the apostle. They figure that because Suho used summonings that he must be a weak fighter. So as he's talking like, yeah, the apostle's some weird cult, right? Kang blitzes right past him and goes to stab him, but come on now, that's too easy. And of course he's shook at how fast he is, but he grabs his shoulder like, so you're not connected to the Edoram after all. And how did you get your hand on the Stardust fragment? And why did you attack the village? He's shitting his pants like, hold up, this ain't no regular nigga. He's like, hey, if you touch me, my little brother's not gonna let you live. But clearly, Suho does not give a shit at all. I don't care if your brother is an S rank or whatever. Just answer my questions. But he says, my brother's the one who got me the Stardust fragment. I had nothing to do with it. And as for why we attacked the city, there was no real reason. I just found it fun watching those guys follow my orders. But he's disgusted, like, you hurt innocent people for such a trivial reason? At this point, he's screaming for the assassin to come help. Bro's not trying to move, like, this man is dangerous. I need to run out of here. But in his head, he hears that won't do. He doesn't know what's going on, but the Edom's apostle wants to see how strong Suho really is. So he activates his mind control powers and forces Kang to go all out. Activates his stealth skill off rip. He attacks right at Suho, but he weaves that shit and ends up hitting Hwang Dong-soo's brother. He don't even realize what happened before he's diced to pieces and dead on the ground. Abiru says he can sense the presence of the apostle. Suho realizes the hunter is being controlled, as that saves me the trouble. I've been meaning to have a word with you anyway.